to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen. I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone. He said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down. Soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch the.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dublin Shamrocks and the New York Giants. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll let it go deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A handoff to Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Dumps it off for Geis. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead now, they're not close to the 1st down.
And taken right on the 30. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Geis receives the pitch across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Out of the gun now on third down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And now out come the Giants. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! Hot!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch him now, Barney! No, check! Patriot! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 10, touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. But he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Murphy. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. And they rattle off a big one. 63 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Geis, they'll try to run him. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to slither by. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now back out comes the offense. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Alluding to pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue
90. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun! Now let's go. Blue 90.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 30 yards there. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
On the ground, Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back, so that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's a give to Barkley. And a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, watch it now, Barney, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
back to throw. Eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
following the penalty. It's Geis. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Throwing left side, it's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Green 39.
On the handoff, it's Geis, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Detroit!
Forced out to his left. That's complete to Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! 22, back 22. Hot! Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who.